I'm zapped. Y'all seen them videos? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit it right now. If you like authentic content and LOC content, join the crew. But if you're a returning subscriber, what's good? What's popping? Today, I am going to be talking about the things I wish I knew before I instant locked my hair. I started my locks with the instant lock method and I did it on myself. Check out my lock playlist. In that lock playlist, it consists like of a Q&A, everything. It gives you all the history of my hair. So don't be under the comments asking me all these questions that I already answered. Okay, so first things first, what are instant locks? Some people don't know what instant locks are and they get it confused with lock extensions. Lock extensions are literally what they sound like. They are human hair, pre-made, crocheted extensions that can be added to a person's natural hair. Instant locks is using a person's natural hair and crocheting that person's hair to mat it up and give them the look of locks from day one. So they don't have to go through the twist stage or the coil stage. Their starter locks will literally look like locks, but they won't feel like locks. So I hope that clarifies what it is. Let's open our handy dandy notebook. It's so cute, I love it. Okay, let's start off with the first thing. The first thing I wish I knew was how long the instant lock process takes. For me, it took way longer. Oh my God, doing it yourself, bruh. The patience I have with my hair is unmatched, but it literally took me an entire day, I would say. I did it for like 12 hours and then I had to go back the next day and fix some shit because I didn't know what I was doing. I was looking into going to a loctician, but I didn't end up going because they didn't have anything sooner, like any available times for me to come sooner. I was like, F that. I'm a hairstylist. I can pretty much learn what I need to learn and figure it out. I was scared because I thought I was gonna ruin my locks and I thought my locks were gonna look really bad, but thank God they don't. But for my clients, it takes me about 4 to 6 hours depending on the length of somebody's natural hair. So that's why when I have my clients have snacks, baby. Honestly, like, I don't feel like that's a super long time, but if you're trying to do it yourself, it is definitely gonna take you a long time figuring out my grid. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the perfect grid for my hair, and the grid is basically the parting. Do you want a center part or do you want a lock dead in the middle? Or do you want like triangle parts? Do you want curved parts? I feel like a lot of people, they don't think about the grid. They're just like, oh yeah, they'll show me a picture and they'll be like, yeah, I want locks like hers. But it's like the density of that person's hair might be different from, you know, your hair. So understanding fullness and thickness is so important. People mistake thickness for fullness. If your locks are thick, you're not gonna have a full set of locks. Thickness is also determined based on the density of your hair. My God, I wish I knew instant locks still went through the shrinkage phase. When I did my instant locks, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do instant locks because I don't have to go through that quote unquote ugly stage, which is the super shrunken stage. I literally didn't realize that in order to mat up your hair and instant lock your hair, you must tease your hair up. So you're gonna lose about an inch or two from your length. Then after that month, once you wash your hair, you're gonna see your true shrink. Bleh. You're gonna see your true shrinkage. My hair went from here to literally up here And I'm gonna show you guys some pictures because this is what I thought my hair was gonna look like for a good amount of time. I didn't think my hair was gonna get any shorter than this. This is how my hair actually looked after I washed it. Yeah, I was hurt. Yeah. Shrinkage still happens when you have instant locks. So I get so many DMs from so many people who have locks, and they're like, hey girl, how do I get rid of this frizz? I'm over frizzy hair. What do I do? Your locks aren't frizzy. And I'm like, excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Not frizzy, girl, bye. With locks, period. Instant locks still go through this phase. We have frizzy locks. Locks are going to get frizzy because they need to mat, coil up, and all of that. I feel like over time, as your locks mature, they won't be as frizzy, but there will be some frizziness, whether that be in your roots. Your roots are most definitely going to be frizzy unless you just got a fresh retwist. But after that retwist has done its job, babes, y'all see this frizz? I know y'all see it. I do recommend, when I first started my instant lock journey, I was like wrapping the loose hairs. You can always wrap the loose hairs around your lock in the same direction that you retwist in. If you don't know what direction you retwist in, it's most likely to the right. That will help to conceal and minimize some of the frizz. The curly ends are so much work. So much work. You would think, oh yeah, it's just a little bit of curl at the end. No. When I started my lock journey, I was like, I need to see my curls. Like, I'm gonna miss my loose natural hair, which I don't. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna leave some of the ends curly. Child, what I did not realize was that when you wash your hair, you need to condition those ends. You need to moisturize those ends as if your hair was loose. And I didn't do that. A lot of my curly ends ended up matting up with the rest of the lock. Also, let your stylist, your loctician know that you want curly ends, because you cannot really comb out the ends of instant locks as much as you could if you started with coils or 2-strand twists, because of the technique used. So I try to comb out some of my ends. It didn't look that great. But because they tease the hair up, your hair is like, it's matted up. Like, it's not like when you twist your hair and everything is just straight down, like, and you can just comb the ends down. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but envision yourself teasing your hair up and then allowing that to mat. You think you're gonna get like a nice curl at the end of that? Like, if you try to comb it out, most likely not. Another thing I wish I knew was that styling can damage your locks early on, even if you have instant locks, because a lot of people think, oh, well, my locks look like locks. They somewhat feel like locks. So I can put styles over them, like soft locks or braids or whatever the case may be, or I can just style my locks different ways, like 2-strand twists. So when I started my instant locks, I didn't think that I could style my locks that often. This is more so to help you all. I kind of knew like not to put a protective style over starter locks or retwist too much. I was a pretty simple girl. I would say maybe 6 months in, I put butterfly locks over my locks, and they were so heavy. I feel like my locks were very sensitive, so like my scalp was hurting a lot. And then like once I took them down, there were some like lumps and bumps that weren't on some of the locks before styling. So I'm just like, I'm not doing that again. And since then, I haven't put no protective style over my locks. Don't be afraid to wash your hair. There's a lot of videos that spread a lot of misconceptions about washing locks, starter locks, and stuff like that. I say the more you wash, honestly, the better. It also helps with the matting process. It helps to lock your hair quicker. Of course, don't overwash. I say every month, wash your hair. The next thing I would say I wish I knew before starting my instant lock journey is that you really do kind of miss out on that lock journey type of experience. When I go back to my starter locks, I'm like, wow, they look like locks, but they're just shorter. So I just get to experience my hair getting longer and forming more, I guess, into locks. Like they don't look as frizzy or as puffy. They're more so like matted, dense formations now. There's a lot of people who start their locks with coils or twists, and they get to go back and look and say like, wow, look how my twist started to bud up and form into a completely different shape. They get to see the length, and they get to watch coils or twists form into locks. So if you're looking for that whole experience, I would suggest not going with instant locks, because instant locks, your hair is already gonna look like it's already locked. Depending on the stylist, your instant locks can be really stiff. I've seen a few photos floating around the internet, and some people's hair just looks like just stuck out. My clients, they leave out the chair, their hair is pretty flexible. So again, if you're trying to book with me. Do your research before you go and book a stylist, okay? The stiffness doesn't really last that long. It's just more so in the beginning, like literally the initial phase, maybe a few weeks after you wash your hair, the stiffness will probably be gone. I didn't experience stiffness. My clients don't really experience stiffness. But I would assume that washing your hair would help alleviate the stiffness. I hope this video was helpful to anybody who is considering starting their locks or starting instant locks. Make sure to share, like, and comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe, because like, why not? So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.